How to become mentally strong without being emotionless. Many people misunderstand mental strength. Some believe it means hiding emotions, never asking for help, staying calm all the time, or pretending nothing hurts. Others think being emotionally open automatically makes someone weak. Both ideas are wrong. Mental strength is not about becoming emotionally numb. It is about developing the ability to experience emotions without allowing them to control your decisions. It is the ability to stay stable under pressure, recover from setbacks, make wise choices, and continue moving forward while still remaining compassionate toward yourself and others. Suppressing emotions may seem strong in the short term, but it usually creates bigger problems later. Stress builds up, relationships become distant. Small frustrations become large emotional explosions. On the other hand, allowing emotions to control every decision leads to inconsistency, impulsive behavior, and unnecessary suffering. Real mental strength combines discipline with emotional intelligence. The goal is not to feel less. The goal is to respond better. Let's explore practical strategies that help you build genuine mental strength while remaining emotionally healthy. Solution 1. Separate feelings from facts. One of the biggest reasons people struggle mentally is because they confuse emotions with reality. Feeling like a failure does not mean you are a failure. Feeling rejected does not mean nobody values you. Feeling anxious does not mean something terrible will happen. Emotions provide information, but they do not always provide accurate conclusions. Whenever strong emotions appear, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. What exactly am I feeling? What evidence supports this feeling? What facts suggest a different perspective? This simple habit reduces emotional overreaction and strengthens rational thinking. Mental strength begins when facts become stronger than assumptions. Solution 2. Accept every emotion without obeying every emotion. Every emotion has a purpose. Fear warns you. Anger highlights boundaries. Sadness signals loss. Joy encourages connection. The problem begins when emotions become your decision maker. Feeling angry does not require an angry response. Feeling afraid does not require avoiding every challenge. Feeling discouraged does not require quitting. Instead of asking, how do I stop feeling this? Ask, how do I respond wisely while feeling this? Emotional intelligence is not emotional control through suppression. It is emotional control through understanding. Solution 3. Build self-discipline with small daily promises. Many people wait for motivation. Mentally strong people rely on consistency. Confidence grows when you repeatedly keep promises to yourself. These promises do not need to be dramatic. Wake up when planned. Finish one important task before checking social media. Exercise for 20 minutes. Read for 10 minutes. Organize your workspace. Each completed promise teaches your brain, I can trust myself. Self-trust becomes the foundation of resilience. Discipline is not punishment. It is evidence that your long-term goals matter more than temporary comfort. Solution 4. Stop taking every situation personally. People's actions are often influenced by their own stress, fears, priorities, and experiences. Not every delayed reply is rejection. Not every criticism is disrespect. Not every disagreement is a personal attack. Mentally strong individuals create psychological distance before reacting. Instead of immediately asking, why are they treating me this way? Consider, what else might explain this situation? This prevents unnecessary emotional suffering and improves relationships. Solution 5. Strengthen your emotional vocabulary. Many people describe every difficult feeling as simply stress, but emotions are much more specific. You might actually be experiencing disappointment, embarrassment, loneliness, overwhelm, uncertainty, frustration. The more accurately you identify emotions, the easier they become to manage. Instead of saying, I feel bad, say, I feel disappointed because my expectations were unrealistic. Specific emotions lead to specific solutions. Vague emotions create vague responses. Solution 6. Practice delayed reaction. Strong emotions create urgency. They convince you to respond immediately. Send the message, quit the job, end the friendship, argue, complain. Mentally strong people create space between emotion and action. When emotions become intense, delay important decisions. Take a walk. Write your thoughts privately. Sleep on the decision. Return when your thinking becomes clearer. Many problems disappear after emotional intensity fades. Patience protects good judgment. Solution 7. Build frustration tolerance. Life rarely goes exactly as planned. Traffic happens. Technology fails. People disappoint you. Goals take longer than expected. If every inconvenience ruins your day, your emotional energy becomes exhausted. Build tolerance intentionally. Wait without checking your phone. Stand in long lines calmly. Accept minor discomfort without complaining. Practice solving problems instead of reacting emotionally. Small moments of patience prepare you for larger challenges. Solution 8. Learn to recover faster instead of avoiding failure. Failure is unavoidable. Recovery is a skill. Many people waste energy asking, "How do I never fail?" A better question is, "How quickly can I learn and improve?" After every setback, ask, "What happened? What was under my control? What can I improve next time? What should I stop repeating?" This shifts your attention from blame to growth. Mental strength is measured less by how often you fall and more by how effectively you recover. Solution 9. Protect your mental environment. Your environment constantly shapes your thinking. Negative conversations, constant complaints, endless bad news, comparison on social media. These gradually influence your emotional state. Protect your mind by choosing better inputs. Read educational material. Listen to thoughtful discussions. Spend time with people who solve problems instead of creating drama. Limit unnecessary exposure to negativity. Your mind becomes stronger when your environment supports healthy thinking. Solution 10. Strengthen boundaries without becoming cold. Some people confuse kindness with unlimited availability. Others confuse boundaries with selfishness. Healthy boundaries protect your emotional health while preserving respect. You can say no without guilt. You can disagree without disrespect. You can leave unhealthy environments without anger. Boundaries reduce emotional exhaustion because they prevent repeated violations of your values. Respect for others should never require disrespect toward yourself. Solution 11. Train your mind to focus on what you control. Many people spend enormous energy worrying about things beyond their influence. Other people's opinions, past mistakes, future uncertainty, economic changes, unexpected events. Mental strength grows when attention shifts toward controllable actions. Your effort, your attitude, your preparation, your habits, your communication. The more energy you invest in controllable actions, the less powerless you feel. Solution 12. Develop calm under pressure. Pressure reveals habits. When challenges appear, many people panic because they never practice staying calm. Develop calming routines before stressful situations occur. Slow your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Lower your speaking speed. Focus on solving one problem at a time. Avoid making multiple decisions while emotionally overwhelmed. Calmness is not something you suddenly discover. It is something you repeatedly practice. Solution 13. Stop seeking constant validation. External approval feels rewarding, but depending on it creates emotional instability. If your confidence depends entirely on praise, criticism will destroy it. Mentally strong people value feedback without depending on approval. Measure yourself by questions like, did I act according to my values? Did I put in honest effort? Did I improve today? Internal standards create lasting confidence. External validation changes constantly. Solution 14. Build emotional flexibility. Strength is not rigid. It is adaptable. Some situations require confidence. Others require patience. Some require forgiveness. Others require assertiveness. Being mentally strong means adjusting your response according to the situation, instead of using the same reaction every time. Emotional flexibility allows you to remain effective in changing circumstances. Rigid thinking breaks under pressure. Flexible thinking adapts and continues moving forward. Daily habits that quietly build mental strength. Mental strength is built through repetition, not dramatic moments. Every day, practice simple habits. Begin the morning without immediately checking your phone. Complete one meaningful task before entertainment. Exercise regularly. Sleep consistently. Reflect on one lesson learned each evening. Express gratitude for something specific. Accept constructive criticism without becoming defensive. Take responsibility for mistakes instead of making excuses. Protect time for learning. Celebrate progress instead of perfection. Small habits repeated over months become powerful mental advantages. Common mistakes to avoid. Avoid pretending to be emotionally unaffected. Avoid bottling up difficult feelings. Avoid believing productivity alone equals mental strength. Avoid comparing your emotional progress to others. Avoid making permanent decisions during temporary emotional states. Avoid confusing confidence with arrogance. Avoid expecting perfection from yourself. Avoid thinking that asking for support is weakness. True strength includes knowing when guidance, rest, or honest conversation is necessary. Final notes. Mental strength is not about becoming harder. It is about becoming steadier. It means remaining calm without becoming passive, confident without becoming arrogant, disciplined without becoming rigid, kind without becoming easily manipulated, emotionally aware without becoming emotionally controlled. You do not need to eliminate fear. You need to keep moving despite fear. You do not need to eliminate sadness. You need to continue caring for yourself while experiencing it. You do not need to eliminate uncertainty. You need to keep making thoughtful decisions anyway. Every challenge gives you two opportunities. One is to react automatically. The other is to respond intentionally. Choose intentional responses often enough, and mental strength gradually becomes part of your character, not because you stopped feeling emotions, but because you learned how to use them wisely instead of letting them control your life.